Hello, I'm Alistair Charlton, Technology Reporter for the International Business Times UK. Today I'm here at Croydon Tech City to speak with co-founder Nigel Diaz about how Britain's technology startup industry goes a lot further than just Tech City and East London.
It all started off the theory that, well, why does the London Tech City have to be in East London? For example, so you've got all of the ingredients that you need in Croydon itself. You've got, Croydon itself is one of the most populated boroughs in London. You've got a high amount of talent, typically that just jumps on trains and runs to the central London, does its work and comes back. And it was all about proving, well, actually, you know what, we've got the people that you need to do this here. We've got all the elements and the ingredients, and let's just put that together and make up Croydon Tech City.
So your position here then, do you want the government to be getting involved with this and doing a similar thing, or are you happy just to let things go on your own?
Well, an interesting thing about Croydon Tech City is, so we're a very grassroots enterprise or initiative really, which is to say that there is no funding from the government or anything like that. It was literally people in the community, so myself, Johnny Rose, people like that coming together and saying, well, hey, we can actually do this here. And then over the course of the last 9 months, we've just grown purely off that kind of community actions route. So people providing their time to us just because they want to support the area. It always makes sense to have kept the government at an arm's reach, just because I feel like it wouldn't have hindered us so much as we could be more agile and we could be more free with what we do to start up a Croydon Tech City. Going forward, inevitably I think there is a responsibility in the government to almost support activities like ourselves, but so far we've been quite lucky in that the Croydon Council at least have almost done what we've asked and just allowed us to do what we're doing.
Based in a bar and cafe in central Croydon, offering workspace and a small stage for hosting talks, Croydon Tech City is still less than a year old and relies on personal investment from Nigel and co-founder Johnny Rose, both of whom run the project while maintaining full-time jobs. Operating out of a bar may not sound ideal, but at a grassroots level, Croydon Tech City is no different to the Google campus building in Shoreditch, in that they both offer space for young startups to develop. How much space do you have here then for startups? So do you hot desk, or can you have a certain area, or how does that work?
Matthew's Yard, where we are right now, there is a workspace back there, and there you just have tech entrepreneurs who come. It's basically hot desking. There's a bit of a community around it, and that is one of the options that we've got for. For the slightly bigger guys, Croydon does actually have, unknown to a lot of people, quite a lot of office space that is quite reasonably priced. So we can almost push people in the direction of the right buildings.
What makes Croydon Tech City different to London Tech City? It feels more like a community almost, doesn't it?
Yeah, I'd say the community aspect is one of the most differentiating factors about us from East London. When you go to an East London event, regardless of whether it's on your Google campuses or wherever else it might be, I personally always feel like it's a room full of people who don't know each other. There's a certain amount of hesitation. There's a lot of people who are typically in those startup type rooms which are almost there offering services. I couldn't, for one, guarantee what quality of services you get by talking to those guys. And so if you were to come here on one of our events, so if you were to come here in September at our next event, it's a lot more of a warmer and friendly environment. It feels a lot more open when you're talking to people. People are more willing to hear your idea, and you don't have a feel that they're after something, so to speak, which is potentially something that you might find up in East London, I think.
Croydon probably isn't at the top of many people's lists when it comes to looking for a new tech city, but by taking a reserved and noble approach to helping their local community, the team behind Croydon Tech City is starting to reverse years of negativity associated with the area.
The whole Croydon thing, like I said before, it's so counterintuitive. People just don't expect things like this to be popping out of Croydon, places where, you know, there's Croydon facelift jokes, there's stabbing jokes going, all those type of things. We're here proving that Croydon is actually around the talent in the borough, about the opportunity in the borough, around all the things which are changing for the better. And in many ways, I'd say that, you know, Croydon gets its publicity, and all we're trying to do is show people that, you know, come here for tech and those type of things. Croydon, in the same way that we're very community focused and we're community based, we are more about the supporting tech people, but we don't really have an agenda to push on with regards to, we're not trying to make money out of these people, so to speak. We're not for profit and things like that. At the moment, we're just about how do we encourage the seekers? How can we prove that this can work in Croydon? And with regards to whatever it takes, so whether we're limited, whether we're a CIC, whether we're some form of charity, I don't know. But it's always going to be around what best supports the Croydon community and the most effective way of doing that, really.
It's very noble of you. Is there a need for you to make money from this, or your business partners to make money from this?
I don't know. A lot of people say that. I mean, like when Croydon Tech City started, like I said, it's just one of many positive things which are going on in Croydon, and there are a lot of things in Croydon which aren't for money. I don't know if you can claim that it was the riots just catalysed and kicked off a lot of them, but there is so much stuff if you look around Croydon which is just people saying, well, you know, we don't need somebody else to do this for us. You don't need the government to come and just mass fund this type of thing. With the right mentality, with the right community and the right support, with the right strategy as well, I suppose. You've got to have a bit of nous to do this type of thing, but there's no reason that you can't just make these things work.